Welcome to the Firearms Addict channel. In today's video we're going to shoot the Whitworth Sniper Rifle. This rifle was developed by Sir Joseph Whitworth of England back in the 1800s and was used by the Confederate States as a sniper rifle. It actually has a hexagon bore with polygonal rifling. It's a 1 in 20 twist, and the bullet itself is hexagon as well. It's got a hollow base and is hexagon. Let's take a look at shooting this. We're going to do some shooting from the bench, some offhand, and maybe prop it up against a tree like they did back in the Civil War. The Whitworth uses a winged musket cap, and the loading procedure is just like any muzzle loader. You put your powder in, put your projectile in, put it on half cock, and put your cap on. There we go. Sir Joseph Whitworth was an engineer, and he wanted to develop a more accurate way of rifling. And in the 1850s, mid-1850s that is, he created the Whitworth system with the polygonal barrels for cannons. And this was later developed into the rifle. These rifles were capable of making accurate shots out to 2,000 yards, which was pretty much unheard of in the day, and is quite a shot even by today's standards. On May 9th, 1864, at the Battle of Spotsylvania Courthouse, Union General John Sedgwick scolded his troops for running from single rifle fire. He was quoted as saying, "They couldn't hit an elephant at this distance." The Confederate sharpshooters were shooting from an estimated distance of 800 to 1,000 yards. Shortly thereafter, he fell dead from a single bullet wound. Let's see what it's like shooting this from the support of a tree. It's chilly outside, but I got a nice fire going in the stove, which is heating the shooting house up quite nicely. The rifle fires a 451 diameter elongated projectile. As I said earlier, it has a hollow base and it weighs 520 grains. We're gonna do 3 shots at 100 yards from the bench, and I'm gonna use a lead sled just to try to show the accuracy as best as possible. Normally when I'm going for very accurate loads, I weigh out each individual charge. In this case, I'm just loading out of a powder flask, but I think we'll still get some good results. All right, let's go see how we did. Here are the 3 shots. 2 right here within 2 inches of each other. This one here, I'm sure was me. I'm sure I pulled it. I was having a hard time seeing the center of the target, but I wanted to use this big piece of paper because it's been a while since I've shot this rifle and I wasn't positive exactly where it was hitting. This rifle is a reproduction made by Parker Hale. It is high quality, beautiful construction. The case hardening is amazing on it. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous rifling. The checkering is amazing. All right, let's see how we do at a further out target. I have a special mold that I ordered from England for making these projectiles. One thing with that mold is you have to use extremely soft lead, just almost 100% pure lead. Otherwise you cannot get them out of the mold because you actually have to push the projectile out of the mold from the muzzle side, so from the end of the bullet towards the rear of the bullet or back of the bullet. And if you don't use 100% pure lead, they just are impossible to get out of the mold. I've read that the bullet makes a certain distinctive hiss as it's passing overhead. So I've moved the GoPro out to 150 yards. I want to try another shot at that target just to see if we can pick up the sound of the bullet and hopefully, possibly, to make it hit. That didn't hit it. Wish I had a spotter to tell where they're hitting. Sir Joseph Whitworth was quite an engineer. Several of his inventions and patents from the 1800s are still in use today. And hope you all enjoyed shooting this special rifle with me today. Love to hear any comments you have, and thank you for watching.